Imagine a place where industrial history meets futuristic design and world-class food. Welcome to Bilbao, the heart of the Basque Country in northern Spain. Once a gritty port city, Bilbao has transformed into a global icon of architecture and culture. This city is a perfect blend of old-world charm and modern innovation, tucked between rolling green hills and the flowing Nervión River. From the shimmering titanium curves of its world-famous museums to the narrow cobblestone streets of the medieval Old Town, every corner of Bilbao tells a story of rebirth. You will find a city that is fiercely proud of its unique identity, language, and traditions. Whether you are wandering through its vibrant markets, crossing its artistic bridges, or standing in awe of its towering sculptures, Bilbao surprises you at every turn. But it's not just about the sights. Life here moves to the rhythm of social gatherings and incredible flavors. It's a place where you can spend hours hopping from one bar to another, tasting small culinary masterpieces known as pinchos, paired with a glass of crisp local wine. Standing on the banks of the Nervión River, this building is much more than just a museum. It is a masterpiece of modern architecture that changed the world. Designed by the famous architect Frank Gehry, its swirling exterior is covered in over 33,000 thin titanium sheets. These panels are designed to look like fish scales, shimmering and changing color from silver to gold as the sunlight moves across the sky throughout the day. Before you even step inside, you will encounter some of the city's most famous residents. Guarding the entrance is a giant 12-meter-tall West Highland Terrier known as Puppy, which is completely covered in thousands of fresh, colorful flowers. On the riverside, you will find a massive and spindly bronze spider called Mammon, which towers nearly 10 meters high, creating a striking silhouette against the sky. Once you enter the light-filled central atrium, the scale of the building truly comes to life. The museum is home to an incredible collection of modern and contemporary art, spread across 19 different galleries. One of the most breathtaking spaces is the massive fish gallery, which houses a permanent installation of enormous weathering steel sculptures. Stepping into the old town is like walking back through 700 years of history. Known locally as the Seven Streets, this is the original heart of the city, where the story of Bilbao first began. These narrow pedestrian lanes are packed with colorful buildings, ornate balconies, and a lively atmosphere that you simply cannot find anywhere else. It is a place where tradition is alive in every doorway and every stone beneath your feet. At the center of it all lies the Plaza Nueva, a grand and elegant square surrounded by semicircular arches. Underneath these arches, you will find some of the most famous bars in the city, each one displaying rows of delicious pinchos on their counters. It is the perfect spot to slow down and enjoy the local way of life. Just a short walk away, the Santiago Cathedral stands as a beautiful example of Gothic architecture, serving as a quiet sanctuary amidst the bustling shops and markets nearby. The energy here is infectious, especially in the late afternoon when the streets fill with locals meeting friends and family. This grand neoclassical square is the true social heart of the city. Completed in the middle of the 19th century after nearly 60 years of construction, its elegant symmetry and 64 majestic arches create a timeless atmosphere. It was originally built to be the center of civic life, and today it remains the ultimate meeting point for locals and visitors alike. The square is famous for its vibrant energy, especially beneath the sheltered stone walkways. Here, you will find a dense concentration of legendary bars and taverns. Each one competes to create the most innovative and delicious small bites, making this one of the best places in the world to experience the local culinary culture. On any given evening, the sound of laughter and clinking glasses echoes against the stone walls as people move from one door to the next, enjoying the legendary local social scene. If you happen to visit on a Sunday morning, the square undergoes a wonderful transformation. For decades, it has hosted a traditional open-air market where collectors and families gather to browse through old books, rare coins, stamps, and vintage postcards. Sitting right on the edge of the river, this massive structure is much more than just a place to shop. It is a monument to the culinary soul of the city. Spanning over 10,000 square meters, it holds the record as one of the largest indoor covered markets in all of Europe. Its beautiful Art Deco design, featuring large stained glass windows and bright open spaces, makes it feel like a cathedral of food. Inside, the market is a feast for the senses. On the ground floor, you will find a modern food hall where chefs prepare gourmet dishes right in front of you. It's a fantastic spot to grab a drink and sample local seafood, cured meats, and cheeses while looking out over the water through the floor-to-ceiling windows. The atmosphere here is always humming with the sound of jazz or local music, creating a perfect blend of a traditional marketplace and a contemporary social hub. As you head to the upper levels, you encounter the true heartbeat of the building. This is where local residents have come for generations to buy the freshest ingredients directly from farmers and fishermen. Often called the White Bridge, this striking structure is one of the most recognizable symbols of the city's modern transformation. Designed by the famous architect Santiago Calatrava, the bridge looks like a graceful white sail or a giant harp stretching across the river. Its elegant, curved walkway is suspended by a series of thin steel cables that fan out from a soaring overhead arch, creating a sense of weightlessness and movement. As you walk across its glass-tiled floor, you get a unique perspective of the city's architectural evolution. The bridge connects the traditional districts on one side with the sleek twin towers of the contemporary business area on the other. It serves as a literal link between the past and the future of the city. While the translucent floor was once known for being a bit slippery on rainy days, a special non-slip surface has been added to ensure everyone can safely enjoy the stunning views of the surrounding skyscrapers and the flowing water below. The bridge is particularly magical during the golden hour and after sunset. When the lights come on, the bright white structure glows against the dark river, reflecting beautifully in the water. To wrap up your tour, the Archanda viewpoint offers the most breathtaking perspective of the entire city. Perched high above the valley on Mount Archanda, this spot provides a stunning bird's-eye view that stretches from the historic Old Town all the way to the sparkling coastline of the Bay of Biscay. It is the perfect place to see how the river carves its way through the landscape, separating the classic architecture of the past from the bold designs of the present. The journey to the top is an adventure in itself if you choose to ride the historic funicular, which has been transporting passengers up the steep hillside for over 100 years. Once you arrive at the summit, you are greeted by wide-open green spaces and fresh mountain air. It is a peaceful escape from the urban energy below, where you can walk along the ridge and spot all the landmarks we have discussed, from the titanium curves of the museum to the red arches of the bridges. Features the iconic red Bilbao sculpture, which is a favorite spot for travelers to take a commemorative photo with the city as a backdrop. The historic funicular departs every 15 minutes, making it a quick and easy 3-minute trip from the city center to the clouds. Surrounding the viewpoint are several traditional restaurants where you can enjoy a hearty local meal while watching the sunset over the mountains. Often referred to as the green lung of the city, this expansive park is a peaceful sanctuary where nature and elegance meet. For over 100 years, it has served as the primary outdoor retreat for local residents, offering a romantic escape from the surrounding urban bustle. The park is designed in a classic English style, featuring winding paths, shaded groves, and wide lawns that are perfect for a quiet afternoon stroll. The center of the park is defined by a beautiful ornamental pond, which is famously home to a variety of ducks, geese, and graceful swans. Because of this, many locals simply call it the Duck Park. Nearby, you will find a magnificent cybernetic fountain that performs synchronized light and water shows during the summer months, adding a touch of modern magic to the historic surroundings. The area is also dotted with neoclassical statues and charming benches where you can sit and soak in the tranquil atmosphere. Bordering the park is the Fine Arts Museum, making this district a perfect blend of natural beauty and high culture. Standing proudly at the entrance to the Old Town, this magnificent opera house is one of the most beautiful and iconic buildings in the city. Built in the late 19th century, its grand facade was inspired by the famous opera house in Paris. It is named in honor of a local musical prodigy, Juan Crisóstomo de Arriaga, who was known as the Spanish Mozart. With its elegant curves, ornate sculptures, and neoclassical balconies, the theater serves as a constant reminder of the city's rich cultural heritage and its love for the performing arts. The history of this building is a story of incredible resilience. Over the decades, it has survived devastating fires and massive floods that nearly destroyed its interior. Each time, the people of the city worked tirelessly to restore it to its former glory. Today, the theater is a masterpiece of design, featuring a stunning imperial staircase, plush red velvet seating, and period furniture that transports you back to the golden age of European theater. It remains the beating heart of the local art scene, hosting a diverse year-round program of opera, ballet, and world-class concerts. Even if you do not have tickets for a show, the area around the theater is always full of life. Rising elegantly from the right bank of the river, the City Hall is a magnificent example of the city's 19th century prosperity. This grand structure was built on the site of an old convent and was designed by the same architect who created many of the city's most famous landmarks. Its exterior is a masterpiece of eclectic style, featuring a stone facade decorated with intricate carvings, statues, and a soaring central clock tower that overlooks the water. While the outside is impressive, the interior is truly breathtaking. The most famous room is the Arab Hall, a stunning space decorated in a lush neo-Mudejar style that makes you feel as if you have stepped into a palace from another world. The walls are covered in detailed tile work and vibrant colors that reflect the exotic artistic trends of the time. This hall is still used today for official receptions and special ceremonies, serving as a reminder of the city's historical wealth and international connections. In front of the building, the large plaza and wide steps offer a perfect view of the river and the modern bridges nearby. Nestled in the very center of the Old Town, this sacred landmark is the oldest and most historic building in the city. Dedicated to St. James the Apostle, the patron saint of the city, the cathedral has stood as a place of pilgrimage and peace for over 600 years. Its architecture is a beautiful example of the Gothic style, with its pointed arches and slender stone columns reaching toward the sky. The cathedral serves as an important stop for those walking the coastal route of the famous Way of St. James, an ancient journey that thousands of travelers still take today. One of the most remarkable features of the cathedral is its peaceful cloister. This hidden courtyard is a masterpiece of stonework, offering a quiet escape from the busy streets of the surrounding neighborhood. As you walk through the interior, you will see 15 different chapels, each with its own unique history and ornate altarpieces. The atmosphere inside is one of quiet majesty, where the light filters through beautiful stained glass windows, casting soft colors across the ancient stone floors. Despite its age, the cathedral remains a vital part of local life. Often called the Cathedral of Football, this stadium is a striking masterpiece of modern sports architecture. Standing on the very spot where the original historic grounds served the city for 100 years, the new arena is a bold statement of the city's future. Its unique exterior is covered in over 2,500 white translucent panels that create a dynamic, shimmering effect during the day. At night, the entire building comes alive as thousands of lights transform the facade into a glowing red beacon that can be seen from across the river. With a capacity of over 53,000 spectators, the stadium is designed to keep the fans as close to the pitch as possible, creating one of the most intense and passionate atmospheres in all of European sports. It is the home of the local football club, a team that is famous worldwide for its unique tradition of only fielding players from the surrounding region. This deep connection between the team and the community is felt in every corner of the grounds, making every match day a massive citywide celebration. Even when there is no game taking place, the stadium is a must-see destination. Walking along the river is the best way to see how this city has reinvented itself. This wide, scenic promenade stretches for over 3 kilometers, following the curves of the water through the heart of the district. What was once a gritty industrial landscape of shipyards and old factories has been transformed into a beautiful green space filled with parks, playgrounds, and world-class architecture. It is a place where locals come to run, cycle, and relax, making it the true living pulse of the modern city. As you stroll along the paved pathways, you are surrounded by an incredible outdoor art gallery. The promenade is dotted with impressive sculptures and modern installations that celebrate the city's creative spirits. You will pass under several artistic bridges and walk right alongside the shimmering walls of the Guggenheim. One of the most unique features is the set of large streetlights designed to look like the giant cranes that once loaded cargo ships, a thoughtful nod to the city's hard-working maritime past. The atmosphere here changes with the time of day, offering something for everyone.